I just watched a Chael Sonnens video. He was doing comment on the Penn situation. Penn is a fighter, and it's taken a lot of concussive blows. There's something very information. This is my comment. This is what I believe. And I know that I could help him, but he would have to take my help. I could help him as a health fitness coach, and I could make him better, definitely, if he would take my advice. If I could get in touch with him and give him my advice, he will take all advice. Take all of my advice. I'd work with him and I could make him better, 100%. He was born to improve his health. He's got brain issues, brain inflammation, extreme. He's got an extreme problem. He's got brain inflammation. That's part of it. Penn brain inflammation. That's part of his. That's the root cause, brain inflammation. So I could help Penn. Now I'm living in a world full of fools, where people scoff at fools despise wisdom, knowledge, and instruction. So I've been sharing wisdom, knowledge, and instruction that would have saved many lives. There's thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of Americans that died because they didn't take my advice. They would have been alive if they would have been watching my streams and here, like listening to learn and take my advice. See? So I said I don't push it too hard. People are interested, can get help. I share a lot of free health fitness advice. I had to do the deep health fitness teaching one, but I can't do it on YouTube because it's too sensitive. I kind of lied here. But yeah, Penn has received multiple concussive blows to the head. He's a pro fighter. He's got neuroinflammation problem, brain inflammation, and he's exhibiting signs of Capgras syndrome. So the brain is the organ that controls your mood, temperament, inhibition, impulse control, your thoughts, and things like this. So if something malfunctions, and it can be all kinds of stuff, but if you have brain inflammation, you can develop symptoms similar to PTSD, for example. A lot of people that live in mold house get mold sick. They show signs of PTSD. They get psychological problems. A lot of people that got a sick living in a mold house. What's that? They're inhaling mold spores, carrying mycotoxins, causing inflammation in the body, causing blood-brain barrier, initiating and maintaining neuroinflammation. So basically, a lot of mental health problems, there's a root of brain inflammation. A lot of people that have mental health problems, they have brain inflammation, they don't know it. And they're not getting the help they need because the quality of help is rare in this world. And if people stumble across it, most of them will pick themselves up and walk past. That's the point. Penn needs my help, and he could be helped, understand, if you take my advice. Now, it's like if the average person doesn't have brain inflammation and going nuts, is not taking my advice because the average person is just mentally deranged to a point where they're not sensitive to the truth. They don't believe none of what's an inside job. They buy the official story, hook, line, and sinker. They believe the bomb is going to kill us all. A lot of people now. Okay, and they believe there's 16 genders. I'm a Christian, I'll teach this too. Okay, so this type of people deal with. So I definitely know that I could help them, but what are going to feel sorry for people out here when the help is available and they're just not getting the free help that could make a huge difference for them. Okay, no, I've been out here being available for years, and people would could have been helped. So, so my comment on the Penn situation. Penn is now being talked about. He's in the news, and he's on Instagram talk about his whole family has been murdered, okay, and replaced with imposters, okay, and he's living and he's got a restraining order from a court in Hawaii there, I reckon, electric order, and he can't just walk through the door, okay, but it seems that his family still care about him because he's like, I guess it's like an offshoot of the Penn State Post, like he's still right across the street. And they made Instagram videos like this, there's the house, or something like this. So he's living in like a shed or something like this, kind of of the main estate, okay? And yeah, okay, if this is real and it's not Illuminati mind games to discredit King's Talk and thought videos or some kind of weird angle, like Brian Garcia I was taken to the Illuminati rituals and my body was crawling through the woods, and it's like just some kind of ploy to keep from finding real conspiracy wheels that are teaching the truth. Keep you occupied, listen to these fake conspiracies. Okay, so anyway, uh, brain inflammation is a root commonly correlated with mental health problems, diagnosed mental health problems are this neuroinflammation. And uh, people that have a mental health problem, be it depression or anxiety issues, they're more likely to have a brain inflammation problem than people who don't. I have autism myself, so I had to become a master in this topic because commonly correlated with autism diagnosis is neuroinflammation. Okay, you can Google search it, fact check it. And I have to say, idiots, that if you feel like you have to fact check what I'm saying, you can't just sense that I'm speaking the truth. So that's the point. Google autism neuroinflammation. Oh, he was right. He didn't pull it out of his ass. No, I'm pulling out of my brain, where things ought to be pulled out. So, yeah, a lot of your talking out of your ass too. I get crazy. Yeah, okay. So, BJ Penn is in the news, and he's exhibiting signs of what's called capgras, which is like a rare mental health issue where somebody believes that a loved one has been replaced by an imposter, for example, or several loved ones, or possibly it can even be like a pet. Now, here's the point. People with mental health problems, if they're severely depressed, they have anxiety, PTSD, they suffer from panic attacks, they're more likely to have brain inflammation problem than people who don't. So it's like a hidden root of a lot of problems people have. And in general, basically, people have high inflammation in their bodies. Uh, that leads to health problems. People walking around with high inflammation leads to health problems. So, I definitely could cause improvement in the patient, BJ Penn, if I was given the reins of his care, if he would give himself over to me and accept my care, full care. Now, if he's operating out of delusions, then he's going to think I'm part of the plot if I tell him he's crazy and needs help. So that's the issue. If I tell you, hey, you got mental health problems, the most black way, he's most likely to interpret that as I'm part of the plot. And I was sent by the government to tell him he needs help because he's a crazy grandpa, but to him it's real. That okay, to him it's real. If this is not some Illuminati game where they're just playing games on it, it's like a public stage. There's a Peter Pan for the Illuminati. You don't know how to play crazy. Okay, on the world stage, discredit real conspiracies. Now, so basically, I can kind of hint at some of the issues here. So yeah, brain inflammation, and what can cause brain inflammation in a person? So remember, if you have brain inflammation, that can lead to mental health problems. What is something that can give you brain inflammation? Being hit in the head repeatedly, okay, can multiple, like repeated concussive blows to the head, and you don't have to have suffer loss of consciousness for there to be damage to the brain, okay, meaning you don't have to get knocked out and lose consciousness for there to have been damage to the brain by a concussive blow to the head. Somebody throws a punch, you get hit in the head, kick somebody, so you don't have to get knocked out for it to be damaged. Not just the knock that's cause damage to fighters. Even like repeated taps, just rather bang and sparring can give you inflammation. So a lot of these fighters are missing out because they don't have a quality health fitness coach. I believe it's so much better than what they got. Whoever these fighters got as a health fitness coach. If I would be their health fitness coach, the other fighters. And one of the things is they've been taking more damage by all the punches all these years because they didn't take my advice all these years. Okay, if they would have been getting on my protocol years back, they would have been taking less damage. And they still need to have preventative measures. If they take preventative measures, but if you're going to keep fighting and keep getting hit in the head, you're more likely to become like BJ Penn or Muhammad Ali or something like this. You have Parkinson's, which is some brain issue. So that's the point. What's another person? BJ Penn shows mental health problems. Who is BJ Penn? Notice I'm pretty what I'm saying now. BJ Penn is a guy who's got mental health problems. I told you that a root of a lot of mental health problems is brain inflammation, or at least correlating with mental health problems a lot of times is brain inflammation being a problem. Well, who's BJ Penn? A guy who's been punched in the head as a career. Okay, his career has been getting punched in the head and training and wrestling, and his brain being shook and hit and getting punched and kicked and stuff like this. And he's exhibiting signs of mental health problems post-retirement after a long career of training and fighting and being hit in the head, which can cause brain inflammation, which I told you is a root of mental health problems for a lot of people. What about Tony Ferguson? Same general type of thing. I remember years back, maybe 4+ years. He was in the news. He was splashing holy water on his wife and breaking up the walls, looking for the listening devices, type of stuff. The lead reported. Okay, and now he seems to be fine. So maybe he got on some alternative medicine, like some doctor over there is working with the guy to take some stuff. But it's most likely not what I would be getting. My protocol is specialized, highly specialized and highly effective. So anyway, it's a point. Yeah. So Tony Ferguson, pro fighter, he was also showing signs of mental health problems, if that's real. But so now we're accepting his face value and act as if this is real or not, like Illuminati doing for the celebrities. Like they flipped gang stalk on him. It wasn't crazy. They turned gang stalk on him for a week, and that could work. From this memory, what I remember reading the news and stuff like this, and Tony Ferguson, like he was reportedly on the way to an ATM to cash money, flee to Mexico. He was splashing hobo on his wife or something like this, and thinking she was doing witchcraft on him and breaking up the walls looking for the microphone, stuff like this. Okay, now this sounds to me, as I told video, as how a person could react to government gang stalking the first week, like the onset, the start of the targeting, where, for example, strangers, if your wife is an agent, you go to the bathroom, and you're like talking like, oh, maybe I'll go buy some bananas today, and it's not so loud that she could hear it. She's like in the bottom stairs, she's at the bottom of the house, and you're upstairs, and then when you go out, you're like, maybe I'll go buy some bananas. She's like parroting what you just said. Then it becomes a pattern where she keeps like referencing you said it down the room, and you might think that she's got cameras on it, but how it works is like standard gang stalking, where they're listening in, and she's an agent and being told to say certain things about you, around you. Narcissist always be stacked. So part of targeting is strangers in public referencing you said it down in private. Okay. Part of gang stalking is strangers referencing you said down in private. And I don't, if you need this explained to you, I don't know what to do. It's like they don't need to have covered cameras. You hear my voice right now. So if I turn off the station, I'll be sitting in the same chair with the phone charging there, and they could tap into my microphone and hear what's going on. So understand? They can turn on the front cam and see what they're doing through front cam, back cam. They spy on everybody. Okay, so possibly it could be that Tony Ferguson got the gang stalking treatment for a week to get him back in line. He was invited to Epstein Island. He said no, something like this, and they hit him with the gang stalking. He said we need fresh dirt on you. Okay, I won't be surprised. It's part of steal-up culture. Like you got to go to Epstein Island. We need some fresh dirt. Okay, we need you to fornicate with like 15 7-year-olds or something weird. Okay, like sick. Do you understand how they call like steal-up culture? Where they had to go to Epstein Island Diddy parties. So maybe for the young black celebrities, they had to go to Diddy party and be on camera and weird stuff. Or if you're like a middle-aged white person, you go to Epstein Island or something like this. So it's a point. And they got the dirt on it. They keep everybody in control because it's like they can trust that you won't use your Instagram. So you're not going to allow you to have a million followers on Instagram, being who you are. And now they can trust you that you're not going to like post something like the Illuminati will do 9/11 game stuff and see conspiracy, look that up or something like this. See, because they got dirt on it. Trump, they got dirt on it because they need to make sure that he doesn't use his live streaming from the whole world capability to blow the whistle on something. The gang stalking is happening, right? The secret program or something like this. Do you understand? Something he knows about, and he could blow the whistle on it. They need to have control, and they need to have assured mutually assured destruction kind of. They need to have it assured that if somebody goes, like they're not going to do it. Basically, it's in the best interest not to betray the Illuminati. Okay. So I believe a lot of times they might also take them out when they don't have the use for them. They're getting old. To be like, oh, but what if this guy gets older because one of these people in the hospital? Be like, I killed the hospital or something like this. Okay, it's like I could them in a car accident as they're getting old or something like this. Like, whatever is the point? Um, we're getting kind of sidetracked here. I wanted to give the main point here, the physical issues. So uh, BJ Penn is an ex-retired fighter, Tony Ferguson. So if you go face value, okay, this was mental health problems, legit, Tony Ferguson. There will be two, okay. BJ Penn, the retired UFC fighter, Tony Ferguson is retired from the UFC, doesn't compete in the UFC anymore, but he still competes on martial arts or he's doing public workouts and stuff like that. He's going to fight boxing, possibly, I think it was. That's the point. I think this has Marks of Queensberry fight him tonight. I knock him out, break his hand, break his face with my hand, break his hand with my face, okay? If I do something bad to him, he'll know he'll be in a fight then. So yeah, if that he wouldn't, I'd knock him out clean, 6 punches. 6 punches. Yeah, okay, so he's like, yeah, if I can connect with 6 punches, they say I can knock him out. Okay. Yeah, it's like he knows the drill. Okay. I didn't see him respond to my calls. I made a call up. I think I made a video where I was sharing around watching the from, but he started charging me for the Illuminati on his Instagram. So now we're doing the call outs. Okay, I used to be like, hey, I'm rooting for 21st is next fighter. Here's good fighters. But he started charging me for the Illuminati on his Instagram. And then now the relationship has changed. So like my attitude more precisely. But this is another one. The sports that target me. So now it's like yeah, okay. Like, I'm not joking. I feel like I could beat his ass. I could win against Tony Ferguson. I feel I could. That's not a diss to Tony Ferguson. Okay. I know who I am, what I can do. I could kick his ass. There's a chance I walk in there and get knocked out, get hurt. He likes his elbow strikes. He should see mine. Okay. Do one better. 6 elbow strikes. 6 elbow strikes. Okay. Hit you with 8 elbow strikes. See, it's numbers. Like you can land 8 elbow strikes in rapid succession to Ukraine and you're gonna feel it on. So it demands to or be able to stop these combos I've been practicing. These bizarre combos. Like one, bang, bang, and then bang, bang, and then over here again, bang, bang, bang. And if I connect it with the whole sequence, you start here, bang, 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 bang. And I go back and forth like this like 6 times. I don't think he's gonna be unscared. He's gonna feel it. He's gonna be cut. He's gonna be something. He might be cut for the promotion after that because yeah, I made him like a paraplegic, one-eyed, some kind of creature that is not allowed to be out in public. So far, it's a point without a hair that like some kind of suit that. But it's a point. It's a point. He need to be on a leash after that. He need to be walked on a leash and have people pick up his poop after that because he okay. This like every dog has his day, and my dog's day will be when I beat his ass, and I beat him so bad he become a dog. That's how he turned dog. He walking on fours, and that's how bad I beat him. He'd be walking, drink out a straw, walking on fours, having one eye and a dog snout's mouth on him, walk around barking stuff. That's how that he'd really go crazy then all the time. I hit him so hard. Like there's not gonna be any war in this world to be able to turn out that fire in his brain. I'm gonna start it out of that. It's like this. He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna get hurt. I might get hurt too. If I get to wrap up my hands real good, I can hit him so hard he wouldn't even know what hit him. Understand? If I get the UFC pro wrap things, like there's a guy who knows how to wrap that. I wrap most stuff. I get some tape that's been running sometimes, and I can hit it harder. If I get that guy up in there that works like a cut and stitch, whoever it is, Dana White, whoever they got doing it, to wrap me up real good and get the tape around it and some professional guy could hit it so much harder to Ukrainian with reckless abandon. But now it's a different level where I don't have to pull my shots anymore. I gotta do a lot of training. So Tony Ferguson, uh, okay, I'm basically I'm saying that I could fight, I could win. If I ended up fighting him, I could win. I believe I could beat Tony Ferguson. Definitely, I would have a chance. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, boom. See, so whatever. Bang, bang, bang. See? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think you see it coming. So bang, bang, bang. See, I've been doing my elbow strike combination training. I got the threes to the trio. Bang, bang, bang. So yeah, so it's just for. That's besides the point. So this guy's got problems. Okay, I'm good at solving problems, especially these type of problems, mental health problems. Uh, so Tony Ferguson, BJ Penn, if they need a guy to help them heal their brains that are like misfiring all kinds of ways, like if their brains, okay, I can help them out. I could help him. I could help Tony Ferguson. I could help him. Okay, now he might be cured, like Matt Mitrione. There was a guy called Matt Mitrione in the Tough House, and he came out from the Tough House, and he had a coach like, "You're cured." He would scream at him, "You're cured!" in the middle of a fight. It was so funny. He'd be like, "You're cured." It's like he would start losing his mind, and then his coach would be like, but you're cured, okay?" That I call it back to the cured state, I guess. I don't know what to be doing if you guys see a hypnotist, but it's like Matt Mitchell started freaking out, like losing it. He's like, "You're cured, man." So but he's cured. So that indicates to me that this guy has been losing his mind before. And he's been getting some treatment. He's cured now, okay. So where's the point? Oh, I could really help these guys, okay. Matt Mitchell is a big guy. Knock him out. I'm not gonna wrestle him. I knee him in his crotch. I kick him in the knees. I do things that it's like are unguarded to him. I had to stop him. Okay, I'm not gonna be toss him on the ground. I knock him out with a ball overhand right, try to come and shoot him and stuff like this. I had to get creative. I knee him or something like this. Break his rib cage. Now he's got some fat over there. I think you still got to save physique. I have to keep me up on it. But it's the point. Okay, it's like yeah. So whatever. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know if he's cured or not. If Matt Mitchell is still out there, being like an athlete and looking to be cured, I could help him out too. I do it for free, okay? But if he's trying to fight me, I'm not going to make it a wrestling match. I have to kick him in the head. And I know something like this, something brutal. I had to do something radical, understand? I had to really hit him hard. So it's like, I'm not going to like lay down on the ground, let him like lay down on top of me. I'm going to be wrestling him. I want to spend my cardio on punches and kicks and things to create it. So that's the point. Oh, the head kicks is not really the main thing. It's like I like the elbow strikes, the punches I've been training those. So that's really my bread and butter. Elbow strikes and punches. That's what I train the most. And the head kicks are more like a goose thing I do sometimes. I like kicks to the ball, but more they can really hurt you too, man. So what is the point? Yeah, we get back to give this guy some healing. So BJ Penn, okay. Somebody needs to get a hold of him and get him to start taking my advice, like ASAP. He could be greatly improved. He could be helped. I'm not joking, okay. I get him taking a bunch of supplements we probably get him to do as his health fitness coach. Like a health fitness, he's not such a care. If he's got a health fitness coach trying to make him feel better, he's a human adult. You want to hire a health fitness coach, he can do that. If he gets stocked up in the cycle, I can't get him in there. But if he hires me as his health fitness coach, I would give him a list of supplements and there would be some diet lifestyle changes. And I know that I can make him better. I could get him a lot better. Okay. I could definitely make an improvement. Okay. He would be better off after taking my advice. So a lot of the supplements I get him on would be the same ones that I take daily, okay, myself. The difference is there's going to be some differences in the amounts and some types, things like this. It would be an extensive protocol of supplements would be part of what I've been doing if you hire me as a health fitness coach, okay. We're not talking about pure mental health process, we're talking about health fitness coach generally to improve his health generally, okay. So he's got a brain inflammation problem. Tony Ferguson had some public thing going on. Maybe he has the same issue. Where it was the mother started doing gang stalk on him for a week. They turned gang stalk on him for a week or something like this. It'd be like, yeah, like he said no to something, or they hit him with gang stalk for a week. And that could explain his behavior. I could see how the behavior you match somebody that this is the first week of talking and things are getting weird. And then the confusion stage, we don't know what's going on. And it's like how strange is not what I'm doing in private, and it is a lot of stress. So you're not finding all symptoms and things like this. So I could see how somebody, if he's got some kind of religious background, Catholic, somebody, it turns to it must be spirits. There's a movie, The Fallen, but there's Washington. We walk down the street. That's the hidden pain truth reference to gang stalking. I'll talk about videos, by the way. That's an instance, one instance, not all the instance of a pop culture reference to gang stalking videos. Fallen, but there's Washington. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Now you always say that you want to be free, but you keep running back, as you keep running back to me. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Okay, this is a scene where he's in the gas chamber singing that song. Okay, spoiler. Now, in that movie, too, James Gandolfini was part of the movie, too, I'm pretty sure. And there's a demon called a Saisal that jumps from person to person in the movie. And they have to get like the woods because it's like a parasite that jumps from like human to human, I think. So they have to get away from other people somehow. And okay. So the plot was kind of interesting. It's not like a bad 90s, 80s, whatever movie, early 2000s. Whenever it was, I don't even know. But it's not a bad movie, really. Now, after comment on video and learning a lot, I can see how it contains hidden plain view truth references to gang stalking. Another is They Live, where he goes to the supermarket. There's people with remote communication that get sent there because he's there shopping, and he can tell that they're enemies. Okay, that's not a hidden plain view true. Hidden in plain view reference to gang stalking videos. What's another one? I guess Control Factor deals with at least some of the issues TIs deal with. A Conspiracy Theory 1997 with Mel Gibson. Okay. He's a torrent video in the movie. And it is hidden plain view that references to gang stalking videos in there. Only it's going to be veiled and it's going to be hard to detect. I made videos before showing foreshadowing the 9/11 attacks in all the movies. So once I have unique Final Fantasy always move foreshadow 9/11 in there. Foreshadow in Die Hard. There's a scene I can do it from memory. I can do it right now from memory. Now most of you are not going to be able to receive the truth even if I teach it here. Okay. You're part of that system, the matrix system. You're sleeping in the matrix, and you're not going to be able to receive certain truths. So anyway, I could help you get Penn. You'd have to get on my, you had to get under my care, okay? As a health fitness client, and I know I could help him. I mean, right now he's living his life. He's not doing as well as he could. If he tomorrow started doing everything I would be trying to do, he'd be better off. He'd be better off. So, yeah, he needs effective healing. Unless this Illuminati game, okay? If it's like a psyop, okay? Where it's like, well, somehow the angle is to discredit conspiracy theories and have media pumping up a lot of other conspiracy theories and try to discredit them, like gang stalking videos. Have media Penn talk about it and somehow use this to discredit gang stalking videos by associating that to this celebrity. Like, oh, everyone else is going nuts, and he's talking about people being agents and spies and stalking and things like this to kind of sadly control public perception of gang stalking videos if they hear someone like me talk about it. So anyway, that's the point. All jokes aside, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing the public workouts, okay? And okay, so yeah, sugar shot on melee. I got the speed of the hands that is better than yours. I got the speed, the power It's the sugar shot O'Malley. Uh, no, I believe I could beat him too. I believe I could beat Sugar Shot O'Malley. I don't know his stats, but I believe I could beat him. Yeah, I believe I could beat him. I'd like to be able to. I'd have to get some guy. I don't have to. I could beat him. I could beat him. Now, I would maybe prefer to do some preparation and have some wrestling to I can wrestle with him a little bit and things like this and do some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Do a little bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu with somebody. Maybe like two times or something like this. One time, like at the 60 seconds, maybe like a 60-minute. I go to like an MMA gym before the fight and I do a little bit of wrestling and a little bit of Brazilian jiu-jitsu and tap someone on the shoulder like this. I'm ready to go over there. I like to do some a little bit of prep work if I'm gonna fight a Sean man, but I believe I can really gonna. I don't care. He's got some moves. Oh, I know the names of the moves. I got techniques. I can move my body all kinds of ways. I can move my body all kinds of ways. I can deliver elbow strikes, knees, kicks. I can grab your limbs and I can squeeze them. I can pull on things. Okay, I can push. I can pull. I can squeeze. I can grab your limbs, body. I can move up, down, left, right. I can do things. I can hurt you, Sean. I can hurt you, Sean. Now he made a video calling me out. Well, he made a video. He made a video both by his hand speed. I took it as a call out, and I'm responding challenge. Made a challenge video, just a hand speed. I'm not following a little scheme there. Just make it hyper specific. Okay, just make it hyper specific. Where it's like we're gonna do this with somebody holding mitts. So he's got a guy holding mitts there. I don't have a guy holding mitts. We're trying to make this challenge so I can't replicate it. Okay, and it's some this and that. But no, why don't you do? Why don't you respond to the Mike side challenge? Why don't you do on a punching ball, a 6-punch combo? Then start with that, and then we can work from there. 6-punch combo, 6 punches landed on a martial arts. You can buy the same one. You see fight for crying out loud. You can buy the same one, so people can see the difference in punching power as you're landing on it, and you know that it wouldn't be what I'll be doing. So here's the point, and I didn't even start yet. Like if it's like getting competitive with it, like he starts doing that, I might have to go into high gear. So here's the point. Okay, so yeah, here's the point. Sugar Shot O'Malley, why don't you do the Mike Sal challenge and you get a punching ball, you can get the same brand I got, and you do the 6-punch machine gun combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, say. And then you do that in 6 seconds. And then, no, 1 second. You land that in less than a second to start with. 6 punches thrown and landed in less than a second. And if you can do that, land 6 punches to begin with less than a second. 1, 2, 2 soft practice punches, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can look at who did it the hardest. So you can do that in 6 punches landing like this in a second. You can compare who hits the hardest. So, okay, so yeah, it's like that's the level I'm at now, where I can outshine pro UFC athletes and sometimes boxers in the public workouts where they brag about the hand speed or stuff like this. And I go out to get my phone here and I start shadow boxing and my speed as fast as the guy who's bragging about his hand speed. Or did they hitting something? I hitting something. And I've done it several times. I see something on social media and I get my phone here and I do it and I outshine them. So maybe I know a thing too about how to have a body that's strong and fast and things like this. And you have to be healthy and know what you're doing when it comes to diet, nutrition, supplements to have good athleticism and speed and power and things like this. To maintain it, to acquire it, to maintain it. So I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm into functional fitness, which might not be my favorite term, but it's like real world strength of that. So yeah, that should be shown on Maryland. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the guy. I'm not a fan of anybody, as a matter of fact. There's some fights that I can watch, but the problem with UFC athletes is they will start, if I start checking out Instagram, they get told by they live on the hand to start posting little triggers on the social media. Sitta myself to the Bible church, that's Christian church and subscribe to, so do not start with research in the videos, like attack and correct in the videos. I'm gonna finish up here soon. See if I go live later, do some more exercise. Right now I'm hydrated. Yeah, so case in point summarizing. BJ Penn, Chael Sonnens made a video. How can we help BJ Penn or something like that? What is my answer? He needs me to be his coach. He needs my help. I don't think Tom Levy has been offering to give him free counsel. But hey, get me on the phone, BJ Penn, and I'll help him get better. Because I believe he could do it too. But I didn't see him offer it. Or anybody else that he could do the job. Okay. So it's like I'm offered to help. Okay. See, so yeah, so it's like, oh, what could you tell BJ Penn? Just on something that. What I want to help BJ Penn. What should I do, guys, for this? What's your suggestion? How can we help BJ Penn or I or whatever the thing is? Okay. Well, how could BJ Penn be helped? Whatever the title was. But yeah, here's what we can do. You get him to take my advice. Okay. So if you're his friend and you're on good terms, if you can call him on the phone and say that you say, do you have a guy that can help him? Okay. Like a guy who can help him. You just gotta take the supplements. And I'm not gonna do the social engineering and be like call him whatever. Okay, it's like I could. Do you know how big of a work that is? We're gonna get into working to get him to take my advice that far. That's the biggest problem. Okay, I have the competence, but getting people to receive it is the is the issue a lot of time. Do you understand? It's like some guy that see themselves for some mental health problem. I know that I could help them if to take my advice. Just they would be better. I've suffered from panic attacks many years. Killed myself for that. Killed myself for asthma attacks. Stopped collecting my vent money and inhale at the pharmacy. Killed myself from asthma attack. There's two things I killed myself from. Killed myself with depression. Used to be depressed. Got off the SRIs, not depressed. Okay. Many years ago, so SRIs, not depressants. I got off them, not depressed. I'm ripped with a six pack. I've had several phobias in childhood and I said young adults have phobias, and I cured them myself, overcome them. I have autism, correlated neuroinflammation. That's what I believe is whatever. So it's like I have autism, so I've got really good at improving it. And basically, me living an anti-inflammatory, like low inflammation lifestyle, has improved my autistic issues. Any problems that I had that are related to autism, sensitivities, yada yada, all like anything that I consider to be like an offshoot of the autism, like that, it's been improved from living an anti-inflammation lifestyle. Like living a lifestyle changed my life to be like avoid toxins, because I believe toxins cause inflammation. So avoid unnecessary toxins and take supplements. Okay, I can't even get into and give like a whole protocol here. Okay, but basically what I'm saying is I've improved my mental physical health, diet, nutrition, supplements. Okay. Now, I'm not a doctor, so talk to the doctor before starting to take any supplements and or medications. Talk to the doctor for making changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and or medication. Talk to the doctor before starting to stop to take any supplements and or medications. I'm not meaning a licensed physician, an MD degree, having a doctor. So, there you go, let's explain for you too. So, get off the case. That's the point I'm going to finish up. BJ Penn, he could be helped, but most likely it's not gonna. And that's how most people are about their assault too. They need help, they could get it, but they're not looking for it. And if the help is offered to them, they reject it. But that's how most people are, human beings. So, same thing with physical needs, where people are aging. The average person, you listen to this video, aging at least twice as many years per year. Okay, it sounds not, but it's true. You're aging like 2 years per year or so. right now. The average American, average Swede age is like 2 years per year. If they would change their lifestyle, according to my recommendations, they age a year per year or so. Okay, so they're aging at least closer to like the normal aging rate. Okay, like they're getting a lot closer to normal aging rate for sure. So people are aging forward and fast. Okay, I've been aging in reverse. Okay, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong, guys. You're all doing it wrong. You're aging forward. I've been aging reverse. I had a picture to prove it. I have a picture on my Facebook. 2016 is a picture of my face, and then a more recent one, and I look younger and fresher, which is all kinds of better. I've been aging reverse. You're doing it wrong. Aging forward. Look at you over there, aging forward like you've. I've been aging in reverse. Okay, backwards. So I'm supposed to be doing it. So yeah, I wouldn't again. That's the point. So okay, I'm being serious. Sometimes I'm kind of joking, but I'm being serious at the same time. So it's like yeah, people are aging a lot faster than they could and should, and I hold the keys of knowledge that people, if they would receive it, they could be greatly helped. But people are dying of this and that health problem, they're getting sick, and I believe that a lot of these deaths could have been prevented. Like person X died today in the newspapers for this of some health problem, not a car accident or something like that. It's like yeah, they could have been alive if they would have found my channel 6 years ago and been here looking to learn and willing to change their lifestyle according to my recommendation. So yeah, BJ Penn. The question is he truly mentally ill here? Is he really suffering from Capgras syndrome? Or is this an Illuminati psyop, where they're using a celebrity to discredit conspiracy theorists and real conspiracies such as gangster tornado or somebody else they'll be looking to discredit with DJ Penn here. If that's the case, that would mean that he for sure is an agent. Not an agent that has been replaced by someone. But the real BJ Penn, who's still the real BJ Penn, didn't get murdered or anything. But he's out being BJ Penn, being an Illuminati agent and taking orders for them. Okay. And, like he would know. Okay. He would know if he was. Well, I'd like to talk to BJ Penn to begin with. I'd like to talk to him. I'd like to talk to him. I know I could help him. People get offended sometimes if you often help because they have like an ego where they feel like they don't see that, oh, you don't have like a MD degree or something, they don't take you serious. Okay, well, I've had a greater success in healing some people than people that have MD degrees. Patients I've been working with in real life. And improve my own health. Anyways, the point. Yeah, if I could talk to him, that might help. But if he's not interested in taking the advice, I can't help him. So I can help him if he takes my advice. If he doesn't take my advice, I can't help him. So if this is not a psyop, I think that he's dealing with brain inflammation. Okay, I think that's a root issue. He's been having concussions, brain inflammation many years, and he is having these issues. Coupled with like other what I think on top of that is I believe that he has severe vitamin deficiencies as well. They will need to be addressed by a person that has the competence required. Well, no, this is not treatment advice. I'm not telling about a treatment plans. I'm saying here's what I think it might take. He would have to I'd have to interview him and possibly do some therapy. I need to know what type of what his vitamin D levels are like. Vitamin C. Is he getting enough vitamin C? things like this. I believe if you got on, stop taking my advice for 2 weeks, you can feel better. And left on a 10 is unlikely to improve. He's likely to deprove. Left, like just not doing anything to heal him mentally, physically. He's unlikely to improve and like snap out of this because he's got something going on. I don't look at mental health problems as like a medieval exorcist. It's like, oh, the bad feeling ghost needs to be talked out of your brain by a guy in a special outfit and maybe splash some holy water on it, stuff like this. Like you have to talk the ghost depression out of your brain and stuff like this. A lot of times people are depressed because they have vitamin deficiencies and they're having inflammation, they're having this and that health problem. They're unhealthy physically and it leads to mental health problems basically. And you can go into they're vitamin deficient, eating a high sugar diet, they're out of shape, they have low testosterone, they have all kinds of things going on that makes them mentally unhealthy. Yeah, so it's gonna be most likely another person that could be helped by me, but it's not helped by me because this is how the work works. I gotta finish up. I did the job close to an hour.